All right, let's watch and see how fast they can get around this 2.66 miles. We've got some really good ones out here. Gary Lowe, Tommy Lee, very fast out here. Earl Lateral always slays down a very good lap. Just to name a few. Tom Hevron out there. Good to see Tom out there tonight. I hope he was out there last week, and I think he really enjoyed himself. He's usually the guy that's stuck up in the tower. But, being he may be in there, he just might be stuck up in the tower again. I hate that for him. I think he really enjoyed himself last week. He didn't run the best, but he ran decent. And that's what that's what it's all about. So let's watch these guys and see who can turn in the fastest lap. Talladega, Alabama. Huge facility. Been there. Been up on that top deck row right there is where I was at. I think my wife and I almost got our brains cooked out what little bit we got. But I enjoyed it. But she had a good time and all. She enjoyed the race and everything. But, man, we just got our butts fried up there on that top deck. It was hot. It's a little bit hot down there. It's nothing out of the norm for Alabama. They're used to that heat down there. I just live in Tennessee here. Heck, I can be to the Alabama track in about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on the traffic. And we actually went down there on our honeymoon, and that was her idea. And I couldn't get on the phone fast enough to get those tickets ordered. I loved it. All right, a few of them coming in here. Vandish coming in. Alberts, Fisher, Alcina, McEwen. Got a few of them. Philip Carsley coming in. Beach, Bauer, Felzine coming in with a 50.993 at the moment on the top of the charts here in the P1 position. I hope you can all hear me. I've been chatting to y'all, but I haven't got anybody to answer me yet, so I don't even know if Twitch chat's working. Somebody say hello to me or something so I know it's working. I've been having a lot of issues with this Twitch chat, so I don't know what the problem is. But somebody please type hello or something out there so I know it's working. So I know you can hear me, I guess, is the main thing. Okay, thank you, Tron. Thank you. I love you, dude. Love you, no homo. I love you. Yeah, that's very cool. Very good. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. All right, Gary Lowe coming in on the top spot now with a 50.767. The smoking hot lap. It's what he ran in practice. When we first got out there, he ran about that right there. I think he ran a 7. No, I think it was about a 760 something. So, but very good lap. Beach right there with a 774. Look at the sevens we've got in there. 7 of them register in the 0.7 second range. So the top 7 people all within about 31 thousandths of a second. But I'd like to welcome y'all again here to the Old Farts League, running 60 laps here at Talladega tonight. And I really hope you guys enjoy the show. I wanted to thank each and every one of you for following me on Twitch. Tomorrow night, I wanted to announce that we are going to have a special event, a Christmas Eve race. It'll be starting at about 7 o'clock Eastern Time. It'll be a little bit earlier than what we normally start. Because I kind of wanted to get it done and over with so folks can go off and at least have the rest of the evening with their family. We're going to be running the Pontiac Soltis, the MX-5, and Okay, qualifying is over. Let's get down trackside here. Pontiac Soltis, the MX-5, and the Spec Racer Ford on Okayama. It's going to be a long race, as I kind of wanted to put up a long race. Okay, let's get back here. Gary Lowe going to be starting on the pole here. We're going to go down through the running order as they take the grid. Going to do it the old-fashioned way here. I like doing it the old-fashioned way, actually. I like the way the camera views are. Okay, Gary Lowe on the pole. Jason with a 50.766. Man, that's a smoking hot lap. Gosh, I just can't believe that. I can't even get close to that. I think I got a 50.9. I was like 2/10 off of that. I wouldn't even have made the top 23 with my lap. Look at that. I mean, 50.9, heck, that was clear back to 26th. I would have probably come in. So tell me these guys haven't worked on these setups. All right, Jason Beach in the number 26, starting second. Gary Bauer in the number 39, starting third. In fourth, the number 42 of Philip Carsley. In fifth, the 07 of Matt Smith. In sixth, the 99 of L.G. Whaley. In seventh, the 18 of Jay Anderson. In eighth, the 9 of Kevin Utley. I got it right that time. Utley. All right, in ninth, the number 8 of R.W. Ziegler. In 10th, the 85 of Alcina. In 11th, the 33 of Thomas Lee. In 12th, the number 13 of Frank Gramuglia. Got it right, Frank. In 13th, the 56 of Joe Fisher. In 14th, the 83 of Travis Townsend. In 15th, the 03 of Derek Cormier. In 16th, the number 14 of Mike Flagg. In 17th, the 73 of Pete Sweeney, excuse me. In 18th, the 69 of Mike Sweeney. In 19th, the number 3 of Aaron Reeder. In 20th, the 08 of Kevin Wilkinson. In 21st, the 31 of J. Paul Jones. In 22nd, the 22 of Doug Hevron. In 23rd, the number 41 of Christopher Perryman. In 24th, the number 40 of Michael Vandish. In 25th, the number 4 of Robert Falzine. In 26th, the number 66 of Tom Hevron. 27th, Alan McEwen. 28th, Seth Alberts. 29th, Kevin Baker. 30th, the 86 of Lloyd Jones. Dave Swindell starting in number 1, clear back here in 31st position. The last one to qualify was the number 84 of Gerald Carroll. Earl Lateral starting, not starting. Okay, it looks like nobody else. Oh, Brent Lay back here in 36. And looks like 37th, James Harrington and Eddie Asaf not on the track. Well, let's get back up to our leaders. They're getting ready here to take the green flag this time by, guys. And we're going to be off and running here for 60 laps at Talladega tonight. Gary Lowe bringing them down. All right, pace car ducks off and makes that hard left turn down pit road. And Gary bringing them to the line here nice and slow, 72 miles an hour, 73, slowly picking up a little speed. 75, 76. Oh, there we go. Green, green, green. Pretty full field here tonight. 30-some drivers. We'll get a full count on it here as the guys are on the track. Well, looks like we may have about... I'll get it here in a minute. 34 drivers on the track. So good full field out here tonight. The number 39 tucking right up under Gary Lowe. So we got the Gary and Gary show out front here. Gary Bauer and Gary Lowe working together on the low line. Coming up on the high side, we've got the 26 and the 42. The 26 of Jason Beach and the 42 of Philip Carsley. Trying to get something working up there, but not sure if they can get something going. If they maybe had a little bit of help up there, they might be able to get by these guys. The 07 of Matt Smith here hanging right on, right behind. Oh, and the 26 comes down the hill. So Beach dumps off Philip Carsley. Philip stuck up there all by himself. And it looks like he may have a little help now as Jay Anderson dives to the outside in the number 18 and helps old Philip Carsley out up there. Oh, Jay comes back down. Not sure if he wants to be high or low, but oh, Jay gets a little bit of a run on the 07 of Matt Smith. But he's going to start going backwards as LG Whaley comes up on the back of him. R.W. Ziegler up into the mix. So these guys really starting to put the pressure on. R.W. Ziegler coming from 9th is up to 7th. And then back in the next position, Kevin Utley. In the 9th position, Jay Anderson stuck on that high side and can't get back down. Not sure what happened to Tommy Lee here, but Tommy Lee, another one, falling clear back to the 20th position after that start. Jay Anderson now back to the 15th position and dropping fast. Back up front, we got the Gary and Gary show going on ahead. I throw that out there, guys. Gary and Gary show. Well, we've had the Dave and Dave show. We've had several shows like that. Mike and Mike, and it just kind of makes it a little fun, you know. I gotta have a little fun up here in the booth. Kind of gets boring if I can't have any fun. But great racing by these guys up in the front, showing the way, coming to take lap number 5. The 26 of Jason Beach now trying to hang right on there in 3rd spot. Doing a very good job. Trying to stay right in their draft. The 07 of Matt Smith hanging on. LG Whaley in 5th. R.W. Ziegler in 6th. Let's run back through the field. Beans are all like kind of nose to tail at the moment. Kevin Utley in 7th. Philip Carsley now in 8th. And it looks like Jay Anderson may be coming up on that high side again. And he's got a little help up there this time. It looks like the 22 of Doug Hevron. Doug, no stranger to victory lane here at Talladega, I can assure you. So Jay may be hooked up with it, and that, you know, this could have been a pre-planned thing here. Not really sure. Those two getting hooked up there, that's going to be dangerous for the rest of this field. And it looks like the number 9 of Kevin Utley and Philip Carsley comes up in front of them. Now they've got a four truck battle up on the high side, and with 4 of them nose to tail, they may have a good chance of getting up to the point on this race and maybe get up there and lead some laps. This being a point race, every position is a point, and if you lead some laps, you do get a point. So we're going to see these guys, if they can get a run up here on the high side. Kevin Utley and Philip Carsley now coming strong on the high side, bidding for the lead, and it looks like, oh man, that had to have been really close. Didn't quite lead that lap, Kevin Utley didn't. The 38 there on the low line, Gary Lowe. Looks like he has lost his partner, Gary Bauer. Gary Bauer, let's see, Gary Bauer falling back to the 4th position. In the number 39 now He's now third up on that high side. It looks like, oh, no. Yeah, he's up on the high side with Jay Anderson now. So Jay Anderson getting hooked up with Gary Bauer, and those two wanting to get to the front. Fuel stops, I believe we're going to see those at about the 38, 40 lap mark maybe. It'll be a one fuel stop race. I don't believe we'll see any tire changes. If any, we may see some right side tires, maybe right front or right, both right side tires. Not sure what these guys have planned up. Alright, well, let's go back here and check on Tom Heveron, back in the 18th position. I'm showing him 18th. Once they cross the line, he'll be 18th. So a little bit of changing up as these guys are getting caught back up to speed here. Christopher Perryman now 19th. Up on the high side there, hooking up with the 13 of Frank G. And Tommy Lee drafting right with them. Guys, I did update trading paints before the race, so if your paint is not in there, I apologize, but that's trading paints for you. You've probably seen it on the broadcast when I updated it, so I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. All right, back up front here, Kevin Utley in the lead. Philip Parsley right behind him. Now Doug Heveron getting a run on the high side, trying to. Just not yet. He didn't have a dancing partner up there on that high side. But it looks like Travis Townsend. That can't be Travis Townsend up there, is it? Travis Townsend now up in here on the outside. Him and Derek Cormier working together, trying to get a run to come up on the outside. Travis was having a couple little issues with his setup in practice. He was looking for something that was missing in his setup, and I think maybe he found it, because here he is running right up here actually in the lead. He did lead that lap, or going to lead this lap, excuse me, but coming all the way from 14th position, and here he is leading as they come down in front of Kevin Utley. And Kevin, boy, he had to check up as Derek Cormier slammed that thing in that hole. Gary Bauer going all the way back to 12th place. Him and Jay Anderson up on that high side and losing ground up there. Well, let's go back and check on them too. Running in I got him in the 11th and 12th position back here. R.W. Ziegler and L.G. Whaley coming strong there right behind the 07 of Matt Smith. Jason Beach now back to the 7th position after starting on the outside pole. But that's a product of Talladega here and Daytona, these super speedways. You can be leading one lap and you can be in last place the next lap, or vice versa. So I mean, I've pretty much seen it all in these Talladega, Daytona races, where some of the guys can get up there and lead a lot of laps, and then next thing you know, they're clearing the back of the field. Something happens, maybe they got hooked on the back of a bumper or something. We see that a lot here. Bumper hook on these trucks is just horrendous. I hate it for these guys. About 4 or 5 builds ago, it wasn't like that, but all of a sudden they put this bumper hook thing on there. You could slide back and forth on somebody's bumper all day long and never get hooked. And now you got to be very careful. All right, let's go back and check on one we ain't talked about. Alcina now running in the 12th spot. He started 10th, but here he is running in the 12th spot. But again, that's just the product of the track. But so far, I wanted to comment on this. So far, we have seen some awesome side-by-side racing. Very clean, respectful, and this is what it is going to take to put on a super great show for y'all to enjoy. Pat Sweeney, I'm looking at Pat Sweeney running in the 16th position. Michael Sweeney running right behind him in the 17th position, in the number 69. Looks like Aaron Reeder and Tommy Lee coming high on the outside, trying to get a run up there, but it's very tough up there with just two of them. But it looks like they may be catching some of the draft from up in front. Let's ride on board here with Tommy Lee as he is trying to come up through the field. We'll ride on board with him and see how this is going for him. Well, that ain't Tommy Lee. There's Tommy Lee. And it looks like the high side, boy, they're coming like a freight train up through here. And they may be taking a dive to the outside here to get a run by these guys on the outside, not sure. Now happen to check up a little bit. Travis Townsend out front with Derek Cormier in tow, Kevin Utley in third, Philip Carsley fourth. The way everybody's lined up right now. So far, all green flag laps coming to take lap 16 this time by, folks. Kyle Brummett in Twitch chat there. Good to see you, Kyle. Winner of our YouTube event the other night. He won $10 and was nice enough to split it with the second place guy because they ran together all race long and asked me if there was any way that I could give $5 to the second guy, and so he split his winnings with the second place guy, Mark Maffett. So again, very good race that was. We ran 137 laps at Daytona in the B car and caution free the whole way. Amazing race. I've never seen it done. So I guess we just set an iRacing record on that race. That was awesome. 3 wide now coming out of turn 2 as Tommy and Aaron Reeder stay on the outside. I believe that's Aaron Reeder. Yeah, Aaron Reeder. Okay, let's go back out here. Let's head back up toward the front and see what's going on with Travis Townsend. Our leader, Derek Cormier, in second. These guys, a lot of battling going up here. Doug Hevron up on the high side now. And it looks like he is hooked up with, I believe that's the number 5. I can't really tell who he's hooked up with there. The 26 of Jason Beach back up there in the front again. Jason was our outside pole setter. I love this speed cam. This backstretch is my favorite one. You'll see it here in a minute. Very awesome screenshot. I love it. Get ready for this, guys. Get ready. Hang on to your seats here in just a minute. Check this out right here. That'll trip you out right there. That's pretty good stuff right there. All right, let's get back to reality here. Let's get back to the show. Follow these guys around here as we've got a couple of them. Tommy Lee and Aaron Reeder now up on the high side again. And these guys are mounting a challenge here, going 3 wide into the turn. Doug Hevron in the middle, no partner. Probably going to go backwards fast here coming out of the turn. But he does have some guys coming up behind him, but if Tommy Lee and Aaron Reeder can clear him down the backstretch and come in front of them, which they do, good job by them guys. That's going to put them back up here in contention. So Tommy Lee coming all the way. Let's see. Tommy Lee started 11th, drifted all the way back. He was clear back to 20th there at one time. Now up to the 8th spot. 8th spot in here. So, all right. So I wanted to get with Jay Anderson here. Jay, one of my good buddies. He's running into 5th spot now, hooked up with the 39 of Gary Bauer. Bringing Gary Bauer. Those two are totally deadly out on this track when them two get hooked up together. They're probably wanting to ride a few more laps out here, and you'll probably see those two make their move here. I think they're probably going to wait till after the pit stops and get everything cleared. Wanted to get with Aaron Reeder back up here now. Look at this here. In the 2nd spot as they come around, him and Tommy Lee coming around on the high side, mounting a challenge against Travis Townsend and Derek Cormier. First time they've been challenged for about 5 or 6 laps. Oh, and caution is out. Well, let's go back and see where the caution is. Oh, we got a big pile up here. Oh, my word. Dave Swindell into that. All right, well, let's go back and take a look at this again. Looks like it happened ahead of them. I can't quite make out the truck number here. We'll get it just a second. Looks like maybe the 26 involved into that. All right, so the 26. Looks like Jason Beach involved in that. Let's go back and take a look at this again. Jason Beach coming around. Looks like they get up close to the wall here. And coming out of turn 4, let's just see what happens there. He looks like he may have tried to keep it up high, but don't know exactly what happened here. The 07, oh, taking it inside and going 4 wide. There's where it happened right there. Oh my. So it looked like Doug Hevron does get into the corner of Jason Beach, because the 07 looked like the 07 there of Gary Bauer, I believe. Who's the 07? Matt Smith. Matt Smith decided to take it 4 wide. So very unfortunate. First caution out already on these guys. That's too bad. Everybody on pit road now. Well, looks like our new leader going to be Derek Cormier out front. We'll get with him as we see a lot of smokers coming down pit road. We see everything. Tommy Lee sitting on pit road. Not sure what's going on with that. I don't think he was caught up in any damage or anything, but I didn't see him in anything. They do have 3 resets in this race, so good for these guys to at least get the chance to get their car back on pit road, get it fixed up, get back out here and continue racing. First caution of the day on lap 22. That's pretty good. They've had 5 lead changes up front. Travis Townsend has led 12 laps. We'll check this out in just a minute here as we get back around here. I want to get around to Derek Cormier. Derek, our new leader, has not pitted. He did not pit. We may see him come down pit road, though. Only one out there that did not pit. Travis Townsend, his partner, did pit. And it looks like pretty much everybody just with, we may have seen a couple of 2-tire changes. Looked like LG Whaley may have taken 2 tires. Philip Carsley taking 2 tires. Excuse me. Derek now on pit road. Well, let's see what his strategy is here. It looks like, oh, right side tires going on. Few other guys coming down pit road too. 4-tire change for Derek Cormier. And fuel, and away he goes. All right, so good job by him. And I'm kind of looking at it here. It looks like Frank G is the one that's sitting on pit road here in the number 13. Been sitting there for quite a while. He's at least 1 lap down now. Doug Hevron 1 lap down in the number 22. Still sitting on pit road. All right, well, let's get back up here. Travis Townsend going to be our new leader. And it looks like Travis has led the most laps here today. He's led 13 laps. Kevin Utley has led 2. Gary Bauer 1. Gary Lowe has led 6. And Derek Cormier's led 1. Well, I hope you all are enjoying the show there in Twitch chat. Hope we're providing a good show for everybody. And you're enjoying yourself, kicking back, almost Christmas time. I'd like to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year this year. Happy holidays to everyone. And like I said, tomorrow night we're going to be running a special Christmas Eve event. Not sure if we're going to get a whole lot of participation. I know it's a family night and everything. But we're going to try it. We're going to see how it goes. If we nobody shows up, we'll just cancel it for lack of participation, I guess. Still on their pace lap, have not started to double up yet, but I have a feeling this time by we're going to get the 1 to go. We're going to see the lights go off on the pace car and everybody start doubling up, and we should be able to get back to green flag racing here right directly, guys. All right, restarting on pole or in the top position be Travis Townsend. Aaron Reeder going to be starting on the outside. Kevin Utley 3rd. Thomas Lee in 4th. Good job by Tommy getting up there. Philip Carsley be restarting 5th. Gary Bauer 6th. Gary Lowe 7th. Jay Anderson 8th. Christopher Perryman up to the 9th position. LG Whaley 10th. R.W. Ziegler 11th. Tommy Hevron restarting 12th. Well, let's see, is that okay, that's young Tom Jr. Jason Beach going to be restarting 13th. Let's see, Matt Smith, ooh, he went way back. Kevin Wilkinson up to the 14th spot. Michael Vandish 15th. Mike Flagg 16th. J. Paul Jones 17th. James Harrington 18th. And Dave Swindell now back out after getting that thing fixed up, restarting in the 19th place. So just for the heck of it, while they're under caution here, guys, I am going to see if I can get an update on Trading Paints here, because some reason I just don't feel like these are the right paint jobs, but we're going to try to get this fixed up for these guys. Everybody's starting to double back up now. Lights are off on the pace car. Travis Townsend leading them around. And we're going to get back to green flag racing here in just a minute. Hang loose there and stay tuned. Sorry about the update, but I wanted to kind of do it under caution. I probably should have did it about a minute ago. Hopefully everybody will have their paints back by the time we get back to green. Alright, pace car's off. Travis Townsend leading them around. We're getting ready to go. Green flag racing here again, folks. So hang on to your seats. Here we go. Green, green, green. Again, I apologize for the white trucks, but I wanted to get the paints updated. I am very sorry. I thought they were updated. Maybe they were. I don't know, but we'll find out here in a few minutes to make sure everybody does have their correct paint jobs out here. I hear about this every once in a while, and I tell them, well, I've updated them, but, if it doesn't update, I don't know what to do about it. All right, in second place now, Kevin Utley moving into the second place. But on the outside, look at this here. We got Philip Parsley and Kevin Utley coming high on the outside. And it looks like Kevin Utley going to be our new leader. Him and Philip Parsley come down in front of our previous leader. Good job by them guys. Man, that's some good racing right there. Thomas Lee now in the fourth position. He is up on the high side in the mix of that. Now, boy, he got right up in there with, looks like he is hooked up with Aaron Reeder, of course. Those two really doing a great job up here on the high side. If Aaron can hold a little bit better line. Just kidding it. Guys doing a great job up here racing. Only one caution so far. Coming to the halfway mark next time by, folks. Halfway in this 60 lapper here at Talladega for the Old Farts League. If we have another caution, I'll try to get down there and get a word in with somebody under caution. The cars are finally starting to all blend in here and get the paints on them. Yeah, that's Trading Paints. They're Red Chamois. That's Trading Paints is kind of, it's a good program and all, and they've tried to integrate it into iRacing now. But it does have its little bugs and twerks and little things that it just sometimes it's hard to get the thing to work just right. I don't know. There's a couple little bugs in it. They'll get it worked out one of these days. I mean, iRace, Trading Paints is running on my computer, and that you have to have in order to make it work. And I do have it, and I updated it once before the race, and here you go again. I'm updating it again. All right, so Aaron Reeder out front, doing a great job. Kevin Utley on the low line, but Aaron Reeder and Tommy Lee on that high side. There we go. Kevin Utley's truck finally come in. A lot of these guys, looks like no difference in the paints, so a good way for me to tell. Let's go back to Dave Swindell running back here in the 18th spot. Well, see, I did update it, and now he's got a different paint. He's got his paint that he should have. So, I guess I did need to update it. I apologize about that, Dave. You had an old paint job on there. Sorry about that, buddy. All right, Aaron Reeder in second spot. Falling back to sixth. There's a bunch of these guys have motored by on the high side. Looks like Gary Bauer now in second. As him and Jay Anderson getting hooked back up together. And as I said before, those two can be literally dangerous to the rest of the field out here. If them two get connected together, just check out sometimes on the field. Kevin Utley and Philip Carsley doing really well on that bottom line. Travis Townsend hooked right up with them. Let's go back here. We'll ride on board with Christopher Perryman and see what let's see what he sees. Looks like LG Whaley going by on the outside, hooked up with, let's see, that's Tom Heveron up on the high side in the number 66. Yes, sir. Those two hooking up now. Another lead change up front. Gary Bauer in the lead with Jay Anderson. Let's check up there with them and see how things are going. Those two pushing the daylights out of each other. Coming down the hill. Oh, almost. Not sure if they were clear right there, and they were not. Kevin Utley mounting a challenge back on the inside. Him and Philip Carsley. And boy, this is some really close side-by-side racing here, folks. Looking back on the rest of the field, they are trying to keep some side draft going on here. And pinching that inside line down, trying to hold them up. Dave Swindell now up into the mix. Dave picking up the pace a little. Starting to come up through. Dave Swindell now up to, let's see, where the heck does he go? He's up to the 13th position now. Kevin Utley here on the outside. Let's see who we got. Jay Anderson. Let's go right on board with Jay Anderson as these guys come up through the field. Mounting a challenge on the outside. Kevin Utley right there on the inside. Philip Carsley in the 42. You see these trucks dancing around. A lot of aero push around these trucks. And a lot of people don't realize that, how much that disturbance of air around these vehicles really makes them kind of a little bit bouncy in these turns. So you got to be kind of careful. So far, darn good race here, darn good race. Riding on board here with our leader. And it looks like Jay Anderson was in the lead there temporarily. As I said, him and Gary Bauer on that high side working it really hard. Coming up on lap traffic, going 3 wide. As you see him going 3 wide back there. The truck on the high line was a lap down truck. I believe that was... not really sure who that was. We've got a few of the guys way off of the pace. Not sure what's going on here, but looks like James Harrington has taken his truck behind pit wall. For whatever reason, Thomas Lee clear back to 30th. Frank G 31st. What the heck happened to them guys? Let's go back here and we'll look and see if we can figure out what happened here in just a minute. Tommy Lee in 30th position, 1 lap down. Up here in the mix with these guys, but they may have made their last pit stop of the day. It could have been a fuel strategy game that they'll get that lap back when everybody else has to pit. We're running right up in the mix with these guys. What a pack of trucks right here, folks. This is insane. This is insane. J. Paul Jones here running in the 14th spot. Having a good day. Good to see him up there. Dave Swindell now up to the 12th position. We'll ride on board with him for a little bit here and see how his day's going here so far. Good pack of trucks going up. LG Whaley and R.W. Ziegler on that high side. Doing really Doug Heveron now back up into the mix in the 22. Christopher Perryman going high. Up on the high side with these guys. And these guys 2x2 going around here. I mean, this is really awesome racing. Oh, and a little check up by Dave Swindell. Looked like that field may have checked up a little bit. Aaron Reeder there on the low side. Coming around, they're going to be going by some lap traffic here. Right on board with LG Whaley's. They come up on the lap truck to go 3 wide into turn 3. That's the lap truck of the number 91. Let's see, that would be Kevin Baker running in the last position, 4 laps down. Now to be 5 laps down. No, 4 laps down. Yep. Yeah, they're a little dancey in there, defunct, but you know, the aero push around these trucks, like I said, it's tremendous, man. I'm telling you, you just can't imagine till you get out here and try to run in a pack like this. And this is really awesome racing by these guys. I got to give them a lot of credit. This is really good racing. Check up a little bit here. R.W. Ziegler does tap the back end of LG Whaley there. They had to check up. Dave Swindell now coming back up through the field here. Dave's up to, let's see, where's Dave at? Oh, there he is, running in the 11th spot on the low line. Christopher Perryman running in the 12th position. You see these guys, everybody holding their line pretty good. Here we are, 19 laps to go, folks. we may see some of these guys have to pit yet. Don't know. Don't believe they could have made it, the whole way. That would have been all the way from lap 23. So that would be, what, 37? It would be close on fuel. Very close on fuel. I don't know what happened to Tommy Lee. We got Doug Hevron, Tommy Lee, Frank G, Mike Sweeney, Robert Felzine, and Kevin Baker, all many laps down. So, but still have 27 trucks on the lead lap. $18 laps to go now, folks. Well, let's get back up here. Gary Bauer, our leader. The lead changes continue up here in the front. Gary Bauer in the number 39 there. Kevin Utley not giving these guys a break up in the front. Does lead that lap. So Kevin Utley leading another lap. He has led 15 laps so far, folks. So let's just take a look real quick here at the race analysis. We've had 11 lead changes, only one caution. They're running at a track temperature of 65 degrees out here, but to make these trucks get a little better grip, I don't believe it really makes that much difference on a big track like this here, but looks like Tommy Lee and Derek Cormier now coming on the high side. And I think they're trying to get their lap back the good old-fashioned way, guys. Well, let's take a look at these guys. They're going 3 wide in these turns. Frank G ducks it down on there a little bit. Might have been getting a little bit warm. Tommy Lee comes down the hill. They're coming up on more lap traffic. Gary Bauer going back quite a ways. Gary Bauer back to 10th position just that quick. He was leading and went to 10th position that quick. Let's get back up here. Kevin Utley coming around this time to take 15 laps to go. LG Whaley and RW Ziegler on the high side, mounting a challenge on their leader. Can they make it to the line and get a lap lead in here? Let's just take a peek here and see. Oh man, this is going to be a close one. Looks like maybe, yes sir, LG Whaley leads that lap. Gary Bauer and Jay Anderson going way back. I'm looking, they're clear back to 14th and 15th position just that quick. That's how much it means when you get out there and you can't get back down in front of these guys. That's the kind of stuff you put there. We're looking at Travis Townsend. Travis Townsend running into 6th position right behind our lead pack. Tommy Lee dives it down to the inside. Now Tommy a lap down, but up here running with these guys and doing quite well. Waiting for a caution to get that lap back, but we may not see a caution the rest of this race, guys. Hey Crash, how you doing? Good to see you in Twitch chat there, buddy. Yeah, this has been a really good race. We've only had one caution there, Crash. One caution, and we've had, let's take a look here and see, 12 lead changes right now. A lot of these guys would really like to get up here and lead some laps. Dave Swindell, looking at Dave Swindell here in the ninth place, trying to get up in front of these guys, but not sure. We've got 13 laps to go. He's got a little bit of time to go yet, but he's going to have to start making, when you get down to 10 laps to go, you got to start making your move. Hooking up with Christopher Perryman on the high side. They've got quite a line of trucks up on the high side, and I'll tell you what, they could, if they all got nose to tail, they could smoke by these guys. Somebody getting high up there. Looks like Christopher Perryman going right up, way up high, going 3 wide. That's going to cost him some spots because you can't make it up there on that high side unless you got a partner. And he's going to probably lose a couple of positions on that. Christopher falling back to the 9th place now. The high line's where you want to be for making some passes, but you know, as far as trying to win this thing, I don't know if that high line's going to be the answer immediately. Maybe toward the end. Late night working, huh? Well, good, making that overtime. That time and a half, huh? Just kidding you, buddy. All right, well, let's take a look here. Kevin Utley back up in the lead here again. LG Whaley and R.W. Ziegler challenging him on the high side and pulling Doug Heveron right around with him. Or, I'm sorry, Tom Heveron. I apologize. I get these Heverons mixed up. Sorry, guys. So far, this has been a super great race. Al Cena now running in the 12th position. Good run for Al today. He kind of drifted back a little bit and has got caught back up here and running right there behind the number 38 of Gary Lowe. What a race this has been for these guys, man. I'm telling you what, they have really put it out here today. Mike Sweeney off the track. Looks like he may have taken his car behind pit wall. So we've only lost 2 drivers in the race so far. Not bad for as big of the, you know, this race has been a big race for these guys, so I got to give them a lot of credit. They've really put a lot of work into this stuff, and it's all paying off right now. Travis Townsend in 5th. These guys really working hard on this high side, trying to get something to get by this low line. Is going to take a miracle. Everybody just going, staying in their lines right now, and this time by is going to be 9 laps to go here, folks. 9 more circuits around this 2.66 mile track. Talladega, Alabama. Kevin Utley still leading up there. Looks like Kevin's led the most laps today. Led 20. Travis Townsend was the next one that led 16. He's mired back here in about 4th or 5th place. And just can't seem to get by. Can't get out on the outside line. And if he gives up that position on the low line, he will lose it real quick. Side by side, all of these trucks. My word, I'm telling you, this is amazing racing right here, folks. Great pack racing. LG Whaley and R.W. Ziegler still on the high side. Tom Heveron up there with Doug Heveron now. Christopher Perryman right behind them. All these guys on the high side. Tommy Lee mired into that, but running in the 27th position right in the middle of this pack. Doing really good. But hoping and praying for a caution to get that lap back, but I don't know if it's going to happen. You just never know, you know, you never know if and when that's going to happen here. Derek Cormier, we haven't talked about him in a little while, now running in the 5th position. Got a good run here. Him and Tommy, you know, still doing really good together. For whatever reason, Tommy got a lap down, not sure. But his partner that he was working with there, Derek Cormier, is still on the lead lap, running in the 6th position now. This time by, we're going to have 5 laps to go in this 60-lap race here today. Tommy Lee going up high. That's going to leave the low line open for Dave Swindell, and Dave Swindell needs to close that gap up so nobody gets in there. Let's check in on him here and see what's going on with him. If he's running in the 8th position, but he needs to get up there as they cross the line to take 6 laps to go here, folks. Hoping that Aaron Reeder can get up there and give him a little shove to get him up front. Those, you might see them two hook up together. I don't know if they've worked together before, but now's the time when you got to find a partner, and it's time to go because we're coming down this time by. Going to be 5 laps to go. Coming up on some more lap traffic. This is going to make it 3 wide going into the tri-oval, and that would be the number 4 of Robert Felzine up on the high side going another lap down. 5 laps to go here, ladies and gentlemen. 5 more circuits around this big oval. This is coming down to it. This is what it's all about. This is for all the marbles. And it looks like we got a new leader out front. LG Whaley leading him around. Good job by LG out there today. Man, I'm telling you what, he finally got up here. Doggone it. But now Kevin Utley on the high side, him and Philip Carsley trying to mount a challenge again to get by, but I think they got their work cut out for him. LG Whaley was very fast in practice, and with him and R.W. Ziegler, it's good to see R.W. up there because, you know, he always seems to get caught up in the crap at the back of the track and can't finish these things. So it's good to see him up there, and I hope he can bring this home. Him and LG 1-2, that would be awesome. Travis Townsend wanting to win too, running right behind R.W. Ziegler. And those guys better be careful or they're going to get passed by Utley there up on the high side. And it looks like Utley comes down the hill, dumps off Philip Carsley just so he can be in front of LG Whaley to try to get this win. That's where he wants to be, and he's gonna stay in that position, I think. Probably till the checkered flag. So let's really pay close attention as now they've got 3 laps to go. This is when it all counts right here. You've got to hit your lines, hold your lines, and LG, be careful with that apron. Oh, brother. You don't want to catch that apron. Philip Carsley and looks like Tom Heveron on the high side. And they've got Dave Swindell in tow. Tommy Lee working right there. Oh, and they go up the hill. Going to lose a lot of momentum on that. And that could have cost Philip Carsley the race because they're coming around. Oh, no, we've got a bunch of them in the wall. And caution is out. And this is going to finish under caution. Whoa, let's take a look here. We've got a bunch of them. Looks like Alcina into this. Oh, man. This is too bad that this had to finish under caution. This was going to be a really, really good finish, I think. Let's go back and we'll take a look at it here in slow-mo. Not sure who got into who. Looks like Aaron Reeder went way down off of the track. Come back up on, and when he come back up on, he just went way up too high. A little bit of net coating there puts Christopher Perryman up into the wall. And Christopher trying to save it. I'm not sure. We'll have to watch and see. No, don't look like Christopher's going to save that. Doug Heveron into it in the 22. We're going to see a lot of tore up trucks here to finish this race. Oh, and he comes down into Alcina. That's how Alcina got into it. Okay, so just for the heck of it, let's go back one more time here and watch this unfold. Let's see, this was Aaron Reeder. Let's get up here to Aaron Reeder and watch. I think this is about where it happened. It looked like Oh, Christopher Perryman got into Tommy Lee. That sent Tommy down the hill into Aaron Reeder. Tommy saved it, but it's going to be Aaron Reeder comes back up across the hill and collects right into the side of Christopher Perryman. So, wow, that's very unfortunate for them guys. They were all going for the win here today. All right, so let's get up to our leader here, Kevin Utley. Gonna be our winner here today. Well, we're gonna get up there eventually. And as soon as we can, we'll get down there and talk with them. If the line ever clears, we'll get down there and talk to them. Be patient for your folks. I don't have any patience. So you be patient for me. Kevin Utley winning here today. Good job by him. Now let's see if we can't get down here and get a word in with him. Kevin Utley, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Rudy?
I'm doing good. But it looks like you're doing great here. Great win today. Congratulations, buddy. You pulled one off here at Talladega. Very smart move there. You kind of dumped off your partners on the high side, dove it down in front of LG, and brought it home the win today. Tell us a little bit about your racing out there today.
Well, if it wasn't for Phillip, I owe it all to Phillip. He kept that thing cool behind me, and he kept me up front the whole time. So I owe that one to him.
Well, the race looked like a very good race. It's a shame that last caution come out right at the end there, but I'd like to see it go green the rest of the way. Not sure if you would have been challenged because it kind of looked like the high side lost a little bit of momentum there, but great call on your part. Great job bringing it around here and finishing in the top spot today. Congratulations again. You want to give any special shout out to anybody, Kevin?
I want to thank Phillip for sticking with me, and Merry Christmas to everybody, and I've had a blast here with the old farts, and yeah, great racing.
Absolutely, Kevin. Great job out there today, buddy. Congratulations again. LG Whaley, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, sure have, Rudy. How you doing, bud?
Doing good, buddy. Congratulations coming home second spot today. You had a great run there, and if Kevin wouldn't have dove that thing down in front of you, you think you could have won this thing today?
I feel like we could have won it anyway if the caution hadn't came out, because I would have gone dump Kevin, and RW would have pushed me on by him on the outside. But, that's caution, that's racing. Kevin done a heck of a job. I'd have done the same thing. And, he's a good driver, and I enjoy racing with him.
For sure, buddy, for sure. Yeah, well, tell us a little bit about, you and RW hooked up there quite a bit today, and it was really good to see RW up there. He usually kind of gets caught up in the stuff in the back, and gets wrecked out or something, but good to see him up there today. We'll talk to him here in a minute, but tell us how everything went for you today, because it looked like a lot of fun out there, a lot of close proximities racing, and great racing by everybody.
Yeah, the old farts really put on a show for the guys, you know, and I enjoy it so much, Rudy, and RW and I have been together so long. We knew exactly what each other was going to do, and he knew when I jumped on the outside, that's where I wanted to be, and he worked his cell phone up there on my bumper, and he stayed right there. And all I can say is thanks, RW.
All right, well, great run today, LG. That was, you know, it's good to see you up there, and you know, yeah, if things would have went green, you think you had something for him, which is really good, and you know that's pretty good. Let's I kind of wanted to. I'm not sure if I should do this, but I'm gonna stick my neck out here and ask. How is your thoughts on the new rule changes?
Well, Rudy, we got to the point we had to do something because we're having too many yellows, and I think it shows that we made the right move.
I believe you're right there, LG. I think there was some good calls on a lot of them. I really read over the rules, and I really liked a lot of the changes. And as a matter of fact, I kind of stole a couple of them for our league, so sorry about that, because they're absolutely needed rules, you know, and great rules, I think. And I think you're right, it is going to clean it up a little bit. But good job out there today, LG. Congratulations on your second place finish. And you want to give a shout out to anybody special?
Yeah, you know, we got to thank the board and T. Lee for doing his job, and give thanks to Gary Lowe for the website. Boy, he does an awesome job on that thing, doesn't he, Rudy?
Absolutely, I agree 100%. All right, well, thanks again there, LG, and good job out there today. R.W. Ziegler, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Got you.
Good to see you up there on the podium today. Good job by you, RW. Congratulations coming home third spot, and tell us a little bit about your race today.
Well, thank you for making that comment about finishing third. I had trouble last night with my wheel, and I spent pretty near all day today messing with it, trying to get it set right so I could stay right behind LG. Yeah, usually when me and LG tie up, we usually stay pretty close to each other and pretty well set a pretty good pace.
I agree with you. That's you guys did awesome today. It just looked like you just mirrored every move that he made, and that's what it takes here. You know, the teamwork that you guys put into it, the work. A lot of people don't realize the seat time that's involved in the communication between two of you, that, you know, to get yourself dialed in to make these moves and make them flawlessly around other people. I highly commend both of you guys for doing that, and a lot of the other guys out here too. I see, you know, most everybody that when they team up, they really rock it out here, and but that's what it takes, communication. I'm really a stickler on that communication thing. So, but great job out there today, RW. And you want to give any shouts out to anybody that might be watching you today?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the board, LG, Joe, Earl, and I'd like to thank T. Lee and Gary. They do a good job, and I'm really happy to be in here.
Absolutely, RW, and thank you again, and congratulations again. Good job out there today.
Thank you, sir.
All right, let's get a quick rundown here before we close out this broadcast. As we end this 60-lap race here, 2 cautions. Let's kind of run over that real quick. 3 cautions, excuse me. I am sorry about that. 3 cautions for 60 laps, 15 lead changes. So I think maybe they may be seeing a little bit of an improvement with the rule changes. So I wish them the best of luck with all that, because there's a lot of lead changes that, or a lot of rule changes that came about in the last few days or the last week, and these guys have implemented, and I think they're really, really super rules. So good job by them guys. All right, let's run down the results here. Kevin Utley, of course, our winner. LG Whaley in second. R.W. Ziegler third. Philip Carsley finishing in the fourth spot. Travis Townsend fifth. Tommy Hevron in sixth. Derek Cormier seventh. Dave Swindell finishing in the eighth position in the number one. Whoops. Doggone it. Michael Vandish in ninth. And Gary Lowe finishing in the 10th spot. Gary Bauer in 11th. Mike Flagg in 12th. Kevin Wilkinson, good run today by Kevin, in the 13th spot. Jay Anderson, my buddy there, finishing in the 14th. Sorry, buddy, you couldn't get up there. If I'd have been up there helping you, maybe we could have got you up there for a win today. Joe Fisher in the 15th spot. J. Paul Jones finishing 16th. Christopher Perryman, after that last caution there, getting into the wall, finishing in the 17th spot. Pete Sweeney in 18th. Alan McEwen 19th. Lloyd Jones in 20th. Seth Alberts in 21st. Matt Smith finishing 22nd. In 23rd was Jason Beach. 24th, Aaron Reeder. Tommy Lee finishing 25th. First car lap down. Don't know what happened to him, but I'll have to talk to him after the race and find out what happened. I'm not sure. Doug Hevron finishing 26th. Gerald Carroll in 27th. Frank G in 28th, Alcina 29th, Robert Felzine 30th, Kevin Baker 31st, Brent Lay in 32nd, Michael Sweeney 33rd, and rounding out the field, James Harrington in the 34th position. So congratulations to our winner here, Kevin Utley, for running a super race. Man, oh man, that was just a great job by him, putting out such a good finish, coming down there for that last, I don't know, it was 4 or 5 to go there, 4 to go, 3 to go maybe, come down in front of LG Whaley and dumping off the high side, and probably a good call on his part. So, all right, guys, well, until next week, Merry Christmas to everybody, and Happy New Year, and we will possibly see you next week.